Australia had a phenomenal season, picked up, I think, 16 wins in the regular season for the Warriors over there. So the Kiwis very proud of it, as well they should be. So up the Waz. So also in this group, Jane Avedissian charged from 12th to 4th the other nights. Clovis, California runner. She's behind the wheel of the 71 car. 17W Shane Golobic. Carson Macedo in the 99 AU. Chris Wyndham, the 89. Dason Pursley, the 19. Justin Grant, the 2. And then Cal Larson in the 1K. Not sure if we'll get close to a track record here. Well, you can't set a track record in hot laps, and we're not going to have qualifying tonight. But just in case, it's 11.397, just to give you an eyeball. On the track record, as I swear that rain yesterday changed the color of the leaves out here. I don't know if it washed the dust off or what. Boy, they got bright. Beautiful. Well, Kyle Larson goes P1 at 12.132, 12.132 for Kyle Larson. Jade Avedissian second quick by about, let's call it 0.08 of a second, 0.09 of a second. Chris Wyndham third quick. Carson Macedo fourth quick. Justin Grant your top 5. Then it was Golobic, Gasper, Honeybell, and Dason Pursley. Your cars down through there. All 9 cars in that group were within less than half a second of each other. 0.444, the difference between your fastest one and the slowest one. They'll bring out group number 2. Out onto the racetrack, Jacob Denny behind the wheel of the number 25. The 19 car, Hayden Reinbold, just behind. He scored as the 19 AZ for the record. 7X of T-Mez, Thomas Mesraw. You can follow him on T-Mez TV. Get up on YouTube and subscribe. Does an excellent job with that. And talking to him the other day, you saw the interview. If you didn't, that's been posted online as well. But talking about editing those videos, does wonderful work. He's got himself a drone now. They're looking sexy. Just on the outside of T-Mez, the 57W car, Landon Brooks, California runner out of Rio Oso. Bear River, I think is how it translates. Ryan Timms down the inside, that next row back to 67 car to his outside from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Gavin Miller. Miller, not a fan of the traffic out here. I said, you're from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Traffic sucks there too. He said, yeah, but not this bad. 81 of Bryant Wiedemann's back there down on the inside of Spencer Baston, the 9 AU car. All coming out here in this second group for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. So push them off, get them fired up. Jacob Denny, the Tom Malloy number 25 car down there. You see Ed Pink Toyota on the side of it. Ed Pink, the company, I guess we'll call it. Ed also a person, but the company that actually developed the Toyota for Toyota. So Toyota power plant underneath the hood of the number 25 car, but they were the original developers of Toyota. Now primarily coming out of Speedway. So get ready to fire him up. If you want to be quickest, you got to be quicker than Kyle Larson. A 12.132, 12.132 for Larson in the 1K car. Had an interesting interview with him as well. If you get a chance to check it out, I'm not sure if it's posted up anywhere or not, but you saw it on the broadcast for those of you tuned in on FloRacing the other night. But ask him about California, what he missed most about California. He said the Mexican food out here. He said, I really miss the Mexican food. I didn't see that one coming, to be honest with you. That's... I get it, though. I really do. Well, we're close to Apple Hill, so I say, do you like apples? And Landon Brooks says, how do you like them apples? He goes P1 with a 57W, a 12.016, 12.016. Picked up a big win here at the Mark Forney Classic this year, but Brooks goes P1 in the 57W. Gavin Miller, second quick. Thomas Meserol, third quick in the 7X car. Jacob Denny, fourth quick, and Kyle Larson bumped down to fifth quick overall now. Drake?
Well, if anybody's just now joining us on FloRacing, you may have not known there was a lot of rain here at the Placerville Speedway last night, and Chet has touched on it a couple of times. And if you want to compare lap times already tonight compared to qualifying, Kyle Larson's fast time in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying last night, a 12.10. Landon Brooks, as you mentioned, Chet, going to 12.01. So already the track is faster than what we saw in qualifying. But one thing to consider also is we've had the sun baking this racetrack all day. We've been really fortunate to not have any cloud cover all day long. And another thing also to consider, if you look back at all the Hangtown 100s in years past, we've hot lapped in the dark. This is the first time we've hot lapped with the sun out, so obviously with the sun out and with the race cars pounding on the racetrack, it's going to dry it out and make it a little bit more racier. But Chet, I know a couple of years ago you did a video about dirt, and Placerville Speedway was one of the tracks you talked about with the dirt. So tell us a little bit about what is in the dirt here at Placerville Speedway that could contribute to what we see here tonight on the racetrack.
Dirt. It's dirt and dirt. No. No, dirt. The one thing we learned whenever we did that dirt on the dirt, you can go find that on FloRacing, is it's a very fine particle size out here, which means it'll compress very well. It'll hold water. It'll keep water from penetrating. If you get it packed tight, which we kind of had it packed tight leading into the rain there, so that probably helped us out a little bit. But it also means that it's going to blow off here for us pretty nice. So it's a lot of surface area dry out. They stood it up is what we call it whenever you bring that Roterra out and get that thing opened up and let the sun shine on it. Did, again, an excellent job with all the rain received. We were setting ourselves up for a really, really good night of racing out here, and just to tip the cap to Scott and the gang. So bringing out our third group onto the racetrack, Chance Crum behind the wheel of 68W car, Mariah E to 71E. Buddy Kofoid, two-time national champ in the 67K cars out here, as is Taylor Reimer in the 25K. The 19T is Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California. Sun Valley Raisins. If you ever get a chance to try them, they're an organic raisin. They're awesome. Just throwing that out there. Kenna McIntosh, the 86 car, joins us as well. And then the 31 of Chase Johnson and the 4 of Corey Day in group number 3. So now the number to beat, 12.016, 12.016. Landon Brooks parking at 57W atop the totem pole for now. Gavin Miller, Thomas Meserol, Jacob Denny, Kyle Larson, your top 5. Spencer Baston, Jade Avedisian, Bryant Wiedemann, Chris Wyndham, and Carson Macedo, your top 10. And again, no qualifying tonight. Our qualifier races, as we're calling them, they're heat races, think of it that way, or qualifiers coming up. We'll have 4 of them lined up based on the points that they earned on the first night of the Hangtown 100. So lights going down around the racetrack. We'll cut loose group number 3 of 4 here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Well, Buddy Kofoid, the quickest out of this group, goes a 12:077. Still not quicker than Landon Brooks, but he goes P2 overall for the 67K car. Right behind him, Taylor Reimer in a 25K. They had swapped that position back and forth a couple times. She just 0.005 of a second off the pace by Buddy Kofoid, so really close on that one. But Landon Brooks still up top. Buddy Kofoid, Taylor Reimer, Gavin Miller, and Thomas Meserol now your top 5 in the lap times. What's incredible about this is I'll look all the way down through. We have had 25 cars on track thus far. From your first car to your 25th car is a difference of 0.560. 0.560. Half a second. From your slowest car to your fastest car that have been out here on the racetrack in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. That is incredible. Got to give a shout out here. We had an addition to the purse, and we'll talk about this. Blanche Rose donated $1,000 to the purse in honor of Complete Parts and Equipment coming all the way from Australia. She said, we just want them to know that we appreciate them making that trip over here with their cars and racing with us. So in honor of Complete Parts and Equipment, she's putting another $1,000 into the purse, and it's split up. $500 will be awarded to the Hard Charger in the feature event tonight, and $500 is awarded to the Hard Luck in the feature event. So whoever gets the Hard Luck award gets another $500. Whoever gets the Hard Charger gets an additional $500, courtesy of Blanche Rose. And again, in honor of Complete Parts and Equipment coming all the way from Australia to race at Placerville Speedway. What do you think, Ed? Give her a big round of applause. So fourth group out onto the racetrack, Logan Seavey behind the wheel of the 57, national points leader. And that Johnny Kofor throwback ride. The 98 of Tanner Carrick is out here. Tanner Thorson in the 88, Emerson Axum in the 68, Brody Fusen in the 51, Jesse Love in the 84, Shannon McQueen in the 7, and then Blake Bauer, the number 9 car, rounding out this fourth and final group in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Following this, we'll go into our lightning sprint hot laps, and again, no qualifying tonight. And then our opening ceremonies, and boom, we're going to be heat race action or qualifier action coming out here on Placerville Speedway. Getting us set up for a 100-lap feature event. I'm not sure what Tanner Thorson's got going on there. He's gesturing about something. Lights down around the racetrack. We're going to cut them loose. Landon Brooks still that P1 position in Dirt Draft Hot Laps 12:016. Get your Dirt Draft lineups in now. You cannot wait. Once we bring them out here, once our opening ceremonies are over, it's going to lock down, and you cannot change your lineups after that. So you need to get on Dirt Draft right now. Download the Dirt Draft app or go to dirtdraft.com. Do not wait. Promo code USAC if you're signing up for the first time. Jesse Love a little tight through the apex down there. see why he's tight. It's because he's got to rock back onto the tail tank. Man, is he tossing that thing around. Might want him on your dirt draft. Ka-chow! Jesse Love goes P1 and is the only car in the 11-second bracket. 11.997 for Jesse in the 84 car. Takes that top spot away from Landon Brooks. Buddy Kofoid bumped down to third quick. Tanner Thorson ripped into the top 5 with the 88 car. He's fourth quick overall. And then Taylor Reimer rounds out the top 5. But Jesse Love, P1 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. 11.997. Let me scroll down through here. 33 cars came out onto the racetrack for hot laps. Out of the 33, 32 of them are within half a second. You are ready, or should be ready, to see a phenomenal feature event here tonight. Wait for these qualifiers, too. Lightning Sprint's going to make their way out. We'll send it over with Gary. Gary, thank you so much for being your hospitality. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much, Chet Christner. I'll enjoy seeing you down there at Merced Speedway next week as well. But first things first, next up will be hot laps for the Bay Cities Racing Association Lightning Sprints. We had 18 of them come back here tonight. So once again, no qualifying with the Lightning Sprints either. We'll give you 2 qualifiers and a 30-lap finale. Qualifiers lined up straight up off of points accumulated from Friday night's prelim. And Brock Limley, the winner of night number 1, is going to be on the pole of qualifying race number 1 alongside Levi Klatt, who gave it a great run on Friday night as well, from the rear back up to a podium finish, as the first 6 cars for hot laps roll onto the speedway, including the number 10 of Brock Limley. 10D Dakota Drake will be on the pole of the second qualifier here this afternoon. 10 junior out there, Tyson Limley. 47, Greg Dennett, podium finisher on Friday night. And the aforementioned Levi Klatt, 77, this year's sportsman champion at Skagit Speedway, also out there. Levi looked like he was going to lead the opening lap on Friday and then fought a big-time bicycle, which relegated him to the rear of the field. Marched all the way back to finish P2 on the grid. Tonight's A main for the Lightning Sprints, handing out $3,000 thanks to extra money from Chris Meyer and High Sierra Industries. $175 to start the 30-lap contest here later on. Couple moments for these cars to roll around, build some engine heat before the green flag waves. Hot lap session number 1. Well, checker flag waves on the opening group. Friday night's winner, Brock Limley, fastest overall with a 13.010. 10D of Dakota Drake got down to a 13.146, and then Levi Klatt, Greg Dennett, and Scott Kenny. Lap money also on the line later on for the 30-lap contest, $25 a lap unless noted. Big thanks once again to Thompson's family of dealerships, a new sponsor with this series. Like to give them an extra special shout out. And as always, thank you to Thompson's for all their gracious support of Placerville Speedway over the years. Red Hawk Casino, Savage Racing, Anorak Corporation, Yuba Sutter Aviation, Motherlode Rock and Ready Mix, Diablo Fabrication among the many great sponsors here this weekend for the Lightning Sprints at the Hangtown 100. Cars on track now, the J10 of Jaden Thomas. 51, Jake Morgan back with us after losing that right rear assembly on a Friday night. 57, one of our California Lightning Sprint regulars, that is Connor Spear. 35, junior out of Waterford, that is your BCRA champion, Dakota Albright. 4 wins this year here at Placerville. Straight up number 21, Zach Schmidt. And in the 3F, Chris Crowder, former prelim winner at the Hangtown 100. Green flag out on the second hot lap session. Well, the man that's won the most non-wing sprint car features ever at Placerville Speedway, Jake Morgan, right there in front of you. Fastest overall now. He's the first car down into the 12-second bracket at 12.996. Scott Kenny in the number 9 up to 6th there with a 13.276. You want to give a shout out to Matt Land. He's tuned in from home. Matt took a scary ride during the Lightning Sprint feature down there in turn number 1. Everything A-OK with him. And Merced Speedway promoter Doug Lockwood also tuned in. He says, we're looking good to go for Tuesday and Wednesday. Looking forward to that. As Chet said, 2 nights of midget racing, and then on opening night, sport mods and hobby stocks. The finale will be the final Wing 360 sprint car event of the year in California. Final set of Lightning Sprint hot laps before we get into opening ceremonies quickly once hot laps are completed. 23, Jason Shapansky. 18, Joseph Farrellito. 22, Jason Shostag. 21, Zach Schmidt as the green flag set to wave. Happy birthday shout out to Stacy Larimer from Doug Lockwood. Well, that will do it for hot laps here tonight at the Hangtown 100. 51, Jake Morgan, fastest with the BCRA Lightning Sprints, a 12.996. Brock Limley, Dakota Drake, Levi Klatt, and Greg Dennett, your top 5. Once again, next up will be opening ceremonies. We'll have our national anthem singer head down and meet Drake York on the infield. But once again, a huge thank you to everyone for their support of the Lightning Sprint program. Thompson's Family of Dealerships adding in a $150 hard charger award. Diablo Fabrication, $100 hard luck award. Sexton Fire Protection in memory of Jimmy Screeton. And then even a $300 longest haul award courtesy of B&B Racing and Greg's Hardwood Floors. So once again, after opening ceremonies, we'll then move directly into USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Qualifiers. There'll be 4 of those, and then we'll also have 2 qualifiers for the BCRA Lightning Sprints, a B main for just the midgets, and then 2 A main events. Big thanks again to all the folks that make things happen here at Placerville, including High Sierra Industries, our title sponsor and scoreboard sponsor once again here in 2023. Hoosier Racing Tires, a valued member of the championship season. And then we just noted Thompson's Family Dealerships, the official car dealer of the Placerville Speedway. King's Meats, the official butcher shop of the track. And then Red Hawk Casino, voted Sacramento's best casino. Hopefully some of you fans out there got a chance to check out the indoor karting and sports bar, golf simulator, and virtual reality arcade over there at Red Hawk Casino. Adrian Blanco Jewelry, Creason Enterprises, Anrac Corporation, Atco Driveline. There's Scott Creason out there. Thank you guys for your support. This is the final event of the season here at Placerville Speedway. Well, race fans, the time has come to officially welcome you all to the final event of the season here at Placerville Speedway. Before we get into qualifying action, we'd like to invite everyone to please rise if you're able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for tonight's national anthem, sung live by local area singer-songwriter who recently signed with 1217 SSM Nashville Records, Miss Cynthia Renee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All righty, Miss Cynthia Renee, race fans, you can catch her singing the national anthem at the Sacramento Kings game on December 11th in Golden One Center. And you can also catch her with her full band locally on December 15th at Red Hawk Casino, along with December 23rd at the Green Room Social in Placerville. And with that, next up will be USAC Midgets, and I'll pass it back over to Mr. Chet Christner.
All right, thank you so much. Getting set to go with Simpson Race Products Qualifier number 1. Going to be 10 laps of distance. And again, running for finishing points. The finishing points will be added to the points they accumulated on night number 1. And that will set us up for the A-Main tonight, as the top 20 overall will be locked into that A-Main event. Lineup's going to look like this on the inside of row number 1. And the Nature Ripe sure can. Number 73 out of Goleta, California. It's David Gasper rolling from the pole. At the outside, the racer hailing from Canton, Illinois. And the NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, number 89. It's Big Daddy Chris Wyndham. Takes us back to row number 2 on the inside. Out of Lemoore, California, complete parts and equipment, Tarleton and Son, number 99, AU of Carson Macedo. At his outside, it's Dason Persley out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, and the AME Electrical Macedo Transportation, number 19. Row number 3 to the inside, we will find the NOS Energy Drink FK Rod number 17W out of Fremont, California. It's Shane Golovic behind the wheel. At his outside, from my own California, NOS Energy Drink EnviroFab, number 2 of Justin Grant. Row number 4 on the inside, it is Jade Avedissian out of Clovis, California. The Peels Citrus Fowler packing number 71 car starting 7th on the field. And your 8th starter picked up the win on the opening night of the Hangtown 100 from Elk Grove, California. And HendrickCars.com. FloRacing number 1K, it's Kyle Larson. Final starter on the field, number 65 car, Peter Honeybell, coming out of Auckland, New Zealand. Out here to roll around with his XD65 NZ. They had him score on here as the 65, but 65 NZ. Esslinger Engineering, Mitchell Vranres, and I apologize for not being able to pronounce that last name. And up the Waz, 65 NZ. That's Peter Honeybell rounding out the field back in the drag slot. Again, 10 laps of distance. Simpson Race Products Qualifier number 1. Top 20 overall locked into tonight's A-Main events. 30 pace truck, get ready to cut them loose. Qualifier number 1. Simpson Race Products Qualifier number 1. Should also point out that Peter Honeybell out here, I'm giving that up the Waz for the New Zealand Warriors, and he may not even like him. I didn't ask him that part. Surely he cheers them on, right? I would think so. But again, a beautiful field of cars coming out here, and here we go. Double it up. And you're asking yourself, if you're a regular follower of the United States Auto Club, you're like, well, why is Jade Avedissian, who went 12th to 4th, and Kyle Larson, who won, starting back on the 4th row? And that's because at the Hangtown 100, it's an 8-car inversion. 8-car inversion. So they're your high points cars in this qualifier number 1. They're looking for finishing points to add on here and hopefully be inside the top 20 so they can lock into tonight's A-Main event. So we get set to go green. Coming out of the corner, David Gasper, Chris Wyndham on the front row, Carson Macedo, Dason Persley, row 2, Shane Golubic, Justin Grant, Jade Avedissian, Kyle Larson, and Peter Hunnebell. Rounding out the field, we're underway. Oh, there's a slip of the grip. Punch a throttle for the 73 car. It kind of sat there and spun. Unfortunately, cost him some real estate. His up front's going to be 89 of Wyndham. Take him down into turn number 3. Down on the inside comes Dason Persley. 19 car had a little peeky poo at the number 2 spot. Meanwhile, watch back behind Carson Macedo going to work on Golubic in the 17W cars. Golubic swings out wide. Side by side battles the 73. Gasper tries to get himself back into second as we got a little contact. And Grant got bumped out of the running. Shuffle back through the field for the deuce. So try to hustle it up. Meanwhile, Macedo finally able to clear around Golubic in the 17W car, although Shane comes back at him down the corner. You see that moisture wicking off the right rear tire. I call it a non-wing vapor trail, but you can see that little smoke, it looks like, coming off that right rear. That's moisture being wicked up out of the dirt. As Golubic's got a lot of wheel speed for the 17W car and a short slider at the end to pick the pocket of Carson Macedo in the 99 AU. Meanwhile, up front, Wyndham says, see you, bye. 89 car's got her locked and loaded here tonight as he whistles his way down the front chute. Meanwhile, we're going to lose one out over the cushion, and Macedo rather, the 99 AU comes to a halt on a high side. So 6 laps remain, just 4 laps scored into books. He'll rip a tear off and wait to be pushed back out in here and tag on to the tail of the field. So still plenty of time to get the job done. Gave himself a couple positions, but it's all about where you finish, not passing points out of these qualifiers. So up in the fluff, we'll get him fired off. You see how the side-by-side back behind's picking up moisture. Picking up the mud, I should say, on the high side of the racetrack. There's lots of juice out there. So that was about the only thing that was going to slow and woe Chris Wyndham in the 89 car. He had pulled out by almost a full second advantage over the rest of the field. 73 at Gasper. Didn't get a great start. He punched the throttle initially and kind of spun the tires and let everybody ambush him. He kind of took off like a snail with a limp. But quickly got back up to speed again. Persley sits back in the number 3 spot. The 19 car, 17W Golubic scored 4th on the field. Macedo now goes to the tail. That'll put Kyle Larson into P5. And Grant was able to recalibrate and charge a couple cars there in those laps after he had that contact. Back to the whip we go. Larson on the outside. Lays it into the cushion. Catches company out of Justin Grant. They'll race down into turn number 3 up front. Wyndham again pulls out by quite a few car lengths underneath the flag stand. Here comes the 19 car. Persley trying to get that spot back away from the 73. He had it. Gasper got it away from him underneath the flag stand. Now Persley charges back in. Look out for a wide stair step formation. Golubic down on the inside. A little contact between those cars. Now Justin Grant going to work for the number 2 car. And here comes Kyle Larson. Down on the inside. Got around the 19. He'll come up and smoke tires with the number 73 car. Fortunately, Gasper able to get away with that one. He's now going to try to hold off the 1K with the charge off the top shelf. A lot of momentum. He'll come down, shut the door on the 1K, and try to keep Larson by the wayside. Still 3rd on the field for him. Golubic going to work on Persley. Grant's on the back bumper of the 17W car down into the corner. And Gasper gives up the number 1 spot as Larson's able to weasel his way on through for the 1K car. Now will separate from the field as the white flag comes out up front. One more trip around. Ain't nobody catching Chris Wyndham. Wyndham looking to pick up the win here in Simpson Race Products qualifier number 1. Larson's going to go 2nd, 3rd. Still in the hands of the 73 car, David Gasper. Dason Persley finishes out 4th. Shane Golubic 5th. Then Justin Grant, Jade Avedissian 7th. Macedo and Hunnebell rounding out the 9 cars in Simpson Race Products qualifier number 1. But up front, it was all Chris Wyndham. So we'll send it down with Drake York.
Thank you, Chet. Big Daddy Chris Wyndham, your winner of Simpson Race Products Qualifier number 1, already a winner with the National Midget Series in 2023 at the 4 Crown. Chris, I know Friday night was a tough night for you guys, missing the feature. So what were some of the changes you and the CB Industries guys made on this 89 car to get yourself in a better spot for tonight?
Well, we definitely made the car better, but first of all, you got to thank Placerville Speedway for what they did here and getting this track in this race condition. I think it's already a lot better than it was Friday. I think it's only going to get better. So thanks to them and thanks to everybody on CBI for sticking with us here. And I think we're still going to have to start pretty deep, or maybe even in a B. So hopefully we can make it exciting in the A.
Chris Wyndham already with a good comeback here at night number 2 of the Hangtown 100. Chet trying to make his 200th race with the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midgets tonight.
There you go, and now it takes into Rod End Supply. Qualifier number 2 looks like this on the inside of run number 1 was quickest in dirt draft hot laps for quite some time. Rio Oso, California runner. The FK Rod Ends Diversified Machine number 57W. Landon Brooks gets to roll from the pole. And to his outside, the racer young from Colby, Kansas. Nutrient Ag Solutions, NOS Energy Drink number 81 of Bryant Wiedemann.